So I left my home in Australia to find adventure, to find something different, to find where I belonged. And along the way, I became homesick, looking for where my home actually was. And I finally discovered that home wasn't what I thought it was. Hey everybody, I am Tim and I'm here to share stories about what it's like to live abroad as an expat, from the freedom, finding belonging and the changes that it makes about us as well. So follow along if you really want to learn more about living abroad as an expat. So I've lived abroad for 20 years and I have to say I'm not homesick anymore. I'm homesick for the person I once was when I lived at home, that simpler life, but I'm not homesick anymore. Living abroad, it changes you, it sculpts you, it builds resilience, it builds growth, you learn to find balance in yourself. There's lots of different factors that take place when you do live abroad. But it also creates a greater distance for what we see as home. What are we seeking as a home? And that's really what I want to talk about with us today. Like, what does home actually mean? I mean, I used to be homesick. I used homesick for my friends back home, my routines, my life that I had, and that's okay. But then you start to realize that those friends you had back home, they've got a different life, different routines, and they've moved on. And that's completely okay. But it's still very difficult for us when we visit back home. Like I visited home and found out that I don't fit anymore. The conversations I'm having don't match with their conversations. The routines don't match with their routines. And so it made me start to realize that I need to be seeking a newer version of my home. What does home mean for me? And what do I want as that home? So as I said, every move gives you resilience, builds strengths, builds character, all those sorts of things as well. But it also can leave you rather cold inside. I mean, me, for example, when I moved to China, I said, I'm going to come here, I'm going to be here for 2 years, I'm going to, discover a little bit about the country and then move on. But that mindset was what was actually holding me back. That short-term mindset of living in a country for a short period of time just to discover what it was and then leave, set me up for failure. I mean, my friendships were no longer going to be long-term friendships. My work relationships, my daily routines were only just going to be short-term. And it wasn't until I then started to change that mindset and say, well, what if I was going to stay here forever? How would that change things? And that's where I started to really find some really cool friends, and I've made some really great connections here. Got some, really discovered the culture, discovered the food, discovering the language, all these sort of things in a lot more depth, which is helping me to grow and to find more meaning here, to find more value here, to belong in this place as well. And I think that's super important when moving to different countries, is to understand that mindset shift. So after 2 decades of traveling, I think I've finally found a sense of what home is. And it's not a physical place, it's more of it's a feeling, and also the people you want to spend that time with. I mean, my wife has become my anchor. She's the reason I enjoy life every single day and get the most out of every single day. It's my daily routines, going for coffee, interacting with those different people throughout the community that help me feel like I belong here, that, that there is a place for me here as well. This is not the same for everybody. Everybody has different things which, will help you build that sense of being, a sense of belonging, a sense of home. But it is out there if you're willing to open your mind and see it. I mean, for me, for so long, I've kept people at arm's length, feeling that this was short term, that I was not going to be here forever, that that there was no point spending and donating so much of my time into that particular situation, into those relationships, into those discussions. But now that I've changed my mindset and really started to open my mind and connect with everybody that, in a different way, and really make more time for those people that count to me, it's given me a real sense of belonging, a real sense of calm, a real sense of, this is where I want to be. This is where my home could really be. This is where my home is right now. So home is definitely not something you just stumble on. Home is something that you have to put into and make effort every single day. It's those people you connect with. It's those daily routines. It's the little moments every day that capture you and you remember the experiences, the taste, the sounds, everything all put together. All of these things create a sense of belonging, creates a sense of peace, creates a sense of being home, being relaxed. To me, that's what home really is about. It's about those daily moments, finding and connecting those small moments each and every day to really give you a sense of home. So maybe home isn't something that you come home to every night, not a physical bricks and mortar home. Maybe it's something that you have to look a little bit deeper for, somewhere where you feel safe, somewhere you feel alive, somewhere you feel very creative as well. And for me, that's what this journey's taught me, especially, traveling as much as I have, that home isn't the physical place I come home to every night. It's now become more than that. It's become the place where I have connections with people, connections with places, with feelings, with experiences. Those moments that you spend each day that you can remember and recall. To me, that's what I want to call home. That's what I want home to feel like. So, but what about you? If you're an expat or if you are looking to travel abroad, what are you seeking when you start thinking of home? What are you hoping to achieve if you think of home? I'd love to hear your stories as well, and look forward to seeing you in the next video when we discuss more about life abroad as an expat.